Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Hey guys, welcome. Wow, there's actually a bunch of people coming in. I thought school started already. Anyway, first of all, before we get started in editing the review for this figure, which is a long time coming, I feel a few apologies are in order. Let me take off my glasses for this to be a little more. You can see the genuineness in my eyes. First of all, sorry I didn't stream yesterday. You know, I was kind of busy doing other things, which I will get to later in the stream. Sorry about Saturday. That was kind of a disaster. Hopefully my internet won't crap out tomorrow when we plan to do that PlayStation stream. And sorry for the delay of this review. But if you are here from the main channel, you're gonna get an early look at this week's review. So, let's jump into it. Actually, I need my headphones for this because we're gonna be editing this review. The MAFEX Evangelion Unit 1. Alright, welcome everybody. Hey, Luigi Migilara, thanks for coming in. XX Anxiety, I was at school, but now I have strep throat. Hey, well, glad I can comfort you while you're sick. Alright. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Soundwave. Let's get into it. Alright, we're here in Adobe Premiere Pro. What is it? Adobe Premiere Pro 2019. And we're just gonna edit. Now, before I begin editing, well, as you can see, it's a pretty complicated edit. The video's about 15 minutes long. I should mention, I'm gonna respond to a preemptive comment, right? I get this a lot on Twitter, and I guarantee that you're gonna see it when the stream uploads as a video. A lot of people ask me, wow, I can't believe that your videos take 2 to 3 hours to make. Bitch. It does not. The times when I stream my video making process, this is just the final stage. This is not taking into account actually filming everything here, actually doing my 2 first editing passes. This is only the final cut. So the final cut takes at least 2 to 3 hours, and hopefully that's how long the stream is. So, yeah, I'm just doing the final cut. Planning the video takes a long time. I mean, why do you think... Whoa! Thanks for that. I will be reading that later. Oh, also, feel free to support the stream at any time through the super chat. That's that $sign at the bottom of the chat. If you want, you can ask a comment. You can make a comment, ask a question. I will be reading them at some point during the stream. But as I was saying, planning the video takes a long time. Yeah, it's no wonder why I don't have a consistent upload schedule, right? Sometimes I get too into the video making process. In this particular video, the editing is taking a while, so it will be released this week, this Saturday. But you, all of you who are watching right now, are getting an early look at Saturday's review in low quality. And I'm not going to show all of it, but I will finish all of it on stream. Alright, so let's get into it. Just say... automatic save, that's just an instinct that I have now because I have turned off autosave. Let's play this. So, I edited a little bit. I edited like 3 minutes of this already. So I'm just gonna let it play. No, come on.
Everybody, welcome, Jobby.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing an an analysis just because of how amazing the show is. They put in the Tree of Life, which is instantly gives you the whole plot of the story. Just as soon as they input this symbol, they automatically point you to the direction which you need to look to figure out exactly what the show is about.
Hey, my name is Jobby, and Neon Genesis Evangelion is a heaping pile of
trash! I've talked about this godforsaken franchise many times before, as you can see through that playlist if you just click up there to my Evangelion reviews. And many times throughout my reviews, I have mentioned my opinion on Evangelion. My short thoughts on the series are, I'm obsessed with it, but I flippin' hate it. I mean, when it first started, the show was a solid Monster of the Week show, but come around episode 20, it devolves into pretentiousness with symbols that don't mean anything. It almost feels like director Hideaki Anno completely gave up on entertaining the audience, instead using the show as a platform to air out his psychological philosophy, random Christian symbology, and questionable fan service. What I'm trying to say is, Hideaki Anno is a pretentious hack fraud. Evangelion can eat my entire ass. But is there something I'm missing? Have I not had a realization that I may or may not have at the end of this video? Watch to the end of this video. Anyway, we're talking about Unit 1 again, specifically the Medicom MAFEX version of EVA Unit 1. I know there are other units to talk about. I even talked about some of them in that Evangelion playlist. But when it comes to Evangelion merch, just another reason to hate this franchise. And this figure can avoid that same fate. If for any reason during this review you would like to purchase this figure, do so through the link in the description. That's gonna lead you to the Big Bad Toy Store! And every time you buy a figure from them through my custom link in the description, that's a little more financial support for me. But don't buy the figure just yet. I have to rip it to shreds first. First things first, this figure can't stand on its own. The joints are much too loose for that. Luckily we have an included stand arm, 4 hinge joints, and a claw. Clips in fairly well. Or not. But once you get the figure standing up, looks pretty good. Now, this is the rebuild version of EVA Unit 1. For any of you plebs in the audience, yes, there is a difference between the TV version and the rebuild version. And I have a controversial opinion when it comes to this design. The rebuild version is better. Oh! Is it my turn to be cancelled yet? Now, before you Evangelion fans click off, if you didn't already leave after that intro, I also think Rebuild Unit 2 is an abomination. As for Unit 1, I love the more vibrant colors. That addition of green at the torso just adds so much. And I can't get enough of those lanky, more human-like proportions. It makes the figure very anime accurate. That is until you zoom in on the panel lines. The panel lining here is not the best in my opinion. I feel that they laid it on a little bit too thick, and the sloppiness is a lot more prominent on the otherwise really well sculpted head. There's even a little paint bleeding there. A little bit inexcusable, don't you think? Alright, we're back. So that is as much as I've edited so far, and the rest of the stream is going to be me completing the edit. And hey, thanks for everyone coming in. We're already at 132 viewers now. Holy crap. Alright. Hope you enjoyed that early look of the review. Let's finish the review, and then you'll get a more fuller sneak peek. Thanks for the donation. I will be reading your comments soon. And I set that thing. Super chat if you want. I will be reading your comments and questions. Alright, so let me just look at this. There's even a little paint bleeding there. A little bit inexcusable, don't you think? And since we're at apologies in advance, I might go a little quiet because after all, this is the work that I have to complete for today. Well, don't you think? Alright. And since we're at the head, you can actually remove this head. Jesus, that's... Okay, so... I cut that, Control K. And for those of you guys coming in, I am using Adobe Premiere Pro. It's a good editing program. It served me for at least a year now, many months. All right, so I'm just gonna do a crop zoom there. Let's see. Remove this head. Jesus, that's a small ass ball joint. I have no idea. Then funny meme zoom. That's a popular trope on YouTube today. Let's see. Joint. I have no idea if that's gonna hold up. And you could replace it with this alternate head. Yeah, the only difference. Yeah, just a crop zoom there for visual variety. That's my thought process going into that. And the only difference, well, yeah. Different. Hey, XD Alto. XD Alto says hello, Jobby. How you doing, XD Alto? Glad to have you here. Well, you're not blind. Yeah. If anyone has a question, feel free to donate to the super chat. I I will happily answer your questions.
Well, you're not blind, are you? Unless you are, in which case, welcome. I'm black.
Hold on. It's a joke that I'm.
Unless you are, in which...
Let me replay that.
The only difference? Well, you're not blind, are you? Unless you are, in which case, welcome. I'm black. Just as with the...
Do I need an edit there? Or maybe I should just let the joke stand on its own, right? Alright, you know what? Maybe just a little bit of zoom to make the cut feel a little more natural. So, let's see. 140. Let's see how that looks.
Well, you're not blind, are you? Unless you are, in which case, welcome. I'm black. Just...
Yeah, leave it like that. Laughing Man Studios asks, did you get a haircut? Yes, I did. Got it, I think 2 weeks ago.
Just as with the closed mouth head, this looks excellent, but the panel lining is still very sloppy.
Okay, that one could use a little zoom in. Let's see.
But the panel lining is
still right there. So I'm criticizing the panel lining on this figure because look at it. It's pretty messy. Also, if you guys were wondering who that was at the beginning of the review, that's a podcast that I went on recently. It's my brother-in-law. Real Vibes Podcast with DJ Occult. And we did a pretty in-depth analysis of Evangelion. So if you want to check that out, go to DJ Occult. That's his YouTube channel. And it should be there. I like how the podcast turned out. We get into the thick of it, man. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this beginning here.
Everybody, welcome, Jobby.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing an Ava.
Well, anyway, you get the point. So let's just get back into editing this video.
I have no idea if that's gonna hold up. And you could replace...
Bryce Picard says he's a cool dude. He is a very cool dude, very knowledgeable about, well, true to his name, occult stuff.
That's gonna hold up. And you could replace it with this alternate head. The only difference? Well, you're not blind, are you? Unless you are, in which case, welcome. I'm black. Just as with the closed mouth head, this looks excellent, but the panel lining is still very sloppy. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is the first Unit 1 figure with...
Alright, so I'm talking about the teeth here.
This is the first Unit 1 figure.
There we go. Then that can zoom in.
One figure.
And that text can be moved here. As I said earlier in the stream, if you guys are just coming in, this is not the whole video making process. This is only the final cut. So if I see one of you saying, wow, it only takes 3 hours to make your videos, I'm gonna kill you in real life. Anyway. Now the final cut step takes like 2 to 3 hours, but everything else, this is like yeah, all of this is like a week, 2 weeks worth of work. So
this is the first Unit 1 figure with a set of
human teeth. There we go. Then let me just crop zoom all the way there. Hey, thanks for that super chat. I'll be reading your comments at least 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes into the stream. That's his teeth right there.
With a set of human teeth. Figure with a set of...
Okay, yeah, that zoom could go in a little earlier.
Of human teeth. Of human...
Okay, that's weird. You gotta turn off that animation there.
Of human teeth. Something I've always wanted, but it is kind of a
Alright, let's see. But it is kind of a hassle. We're getting a little angry here, so let's put us off center just a bit. Like that. And then let's darken it up. It's a jobby editing trope that I enjoy. You know, speaking and then the screen that gets darker. There we go. That's how I do it. I set some keyframes, and it should turn darker.
But it is kind of a hassle that you have to switch an entire head.
Uh-oh. Gotta save that. If I see any issues, I just instinct save.
An
Save,
entire
save.
head for a feature that could have been expressed with.
Okay, this could use a zoom in as well.
For a feature that could have.
Yeah, same effect. Why not?
And for a feature that could have been expressed with a simple hit joint.
And then just add a little punch to it. A little punch. 1, 2, 3. Bam.
Hit joint. Medicom went. Medicom went.
A little extra. Yeah, like I've already seen this video so many times. I just haven't, you know, finalized it, which is what we're doing right now. So I know the lines already. Let's see.
Went
A little extra. Get right in there. Let's see. Let's make it 2 something. Damn you, Medicom.
Medicom went a little extra for seemingly no reason. Which Medicom went a little extra for seemingly no reason. Which
Timing's okay there. You know, my process is, well, obviously I write the video first, and then I film the video, and filming takes at least 2 days. Then I go and import that footage. Hey, thanks for that. I'll be reading your comment very soon.
no reason. Which brings me to.
There we go.
Which brings me to.
Yeah. Yeah, let me zoom in on that. This is one of the shitty parts of the figure here. Yeah. Sorry if you guys were looking forward to this MAFEX Unit 1 figure. This is not exactly a positive review. Yeah. Yeah.
The torso here is covered in this rubber coating,
Yeah.
which is a good idea in theory. I get what you were going for, Medicom. You wanted to make these joints seem seamless, but there's just.
Yeah. This part I don't really need to do anything. Just let it play. I've, as I was saying, you know, my process is to write the video, film the video, do a rough cut, which just means cutting out all of the fat, all of the dead space, then figure out the timing of the video, then I add all my clips, my effects and all that, and then the final cut, which is animating and zooming in and everything like that. So the timing is already figured out here, but there's always room for timing adjustments, and I don't think the timing here is that bad, so I'm just gonna let it play. I don't need to animate here, so.
I get what you were going for, Medicom. You wanted to make these joints seem seamless, but there's just a tiny issue with that. I can't tell for the life of me where the joints are here. The best I can tell is that there's a ball joint at this top segment, and that's it. I don't know if there's a ball joint here or here.
I think I could do like a little bit of zooms for visual variety, right? You know, keep the attention of the 12-year-olds. You know, according to my analytics, most of my audience isn't 12-year-olds. Like, the analytics say most of you guys are 18 to 24 years old. Some 50-year-olds in there, and some 13-year-olds in there. But if you make a YouTube account, you could always lie about your age. So not the most reliable metric, but I make my content with that in mind. No, I make my content with the mindset that most of you watching are big boys, right?
That. I can't tell for the life of me where the joints are here. The best I can tell is that there's a ball joint at this top segment, and that's it. I don't know if there's a ball.
Nah, you know what? That doesn't need a zoom.
Tell is that there's a ball.
This does, though. Just, you know, ball joint. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Ball joint. Let's zoom in on that.
Is that there's a ball joint at this top segment. There's a ball joint.
Then we can zoom right back out.
There's a
little in joke for you JobbytheHong fans.
Ball joint at this top. There's a ball joint at this top segment.
You know, on the off chance that some of you Jobby 2 subscribers haven't heard of my main channel, I suggest you go check it out. I do funny toy reviews.
And that's it. I don't know if there's a ball joint here or here, but I have a creeping suspicion that there isn't. Every time I try to bend it far,
Do I need to zoom?
here, but I have a creeping suspicion that there isn't. Every time I try to bend it farther.
You guys aren't goldfish. You're not gonna lose attention immediately if I don't zoom in every couple of seconds.
Than
Should keep
this,
that in mind. Gotta respect my audience.
bend it farther than this, I fear that I might break it.
Okay. This, for me personally, I need to zoom here just to add visual variety.
And this, I fear that I might break it. You know, it
Could be black and white too, you know. Something I stole from PewDiePie, if you want to call it that.
farther than this, I fear.
Dude, it's,
Oh, yes.
you know, it's, hey, thanks for subscribing, Godzilla Fangirl. It's pretty insane how influential PewDiePie is, not, you know, not just because he's the biggest YouTuber, but like editing-wise and timing-wise. Even me, like, when I edit videos, sometimes I have his editing style in my head. Well, technically Brad's editing style, but not Brad anymore. I think he left recently. So, yeah, it's just incredibly influential to everybody.
To bend it farther than this, I fear that I might break it. You know, it would be
That
nice to
works.
know the range of your figure's articulation, guys. The rubber here is just
I don't know why I cut to my face there, but I'm just gonna, well, cut to my face. Keep it.
articulation, guys. The rubber here is just not necessary, not to mention inconsistent. If you're gonna make the torso seamless, why not make the elbow
All Might asks, rubber? Yeah, that's right. There's rubber on this figure, and it doesn't really have a place.
consistent? If you're gonna make the torso seamless, why
Oh, yes.
Hey, Godzilla Fangirl says, I thought I was subbed, but YouTube hates me, so I wasn't. I don't think they hate you. They hate me more than they hate you. But thanks for subscribing.
consistent? If you're gonna make the torso seamless, why not make the elbows seamless? Or the knees? The torso's the last place that needs a rubber coating. Just take a look at any other Evangelion.
Okay, and then I could just kind of do that scrolling thing. Yeah, that's right. For any of you guys just coming in, this review for the MAFEX figure, not exactly a positive one, which is why I'm using Thanatos to its full extent here. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted.
Coating. Just take a look at any other Evangelion.
I don't need that swoosh sound effect.
Just take a look at any other Evangelion figure that I reviewed. 3 ball jointed segments are good enough. Extra for seeing. Extra.
Let's see.
Enough. Extra for seemingly no reason. And then there's the fact that if seemingly no.
Little bit of zoom, little bit of zoom, little bit of zoom. Not too much.
For seemingly no reason. And then there's the fact that if you bend it too far, the rubber coating just pops.
I do want to zoom in there just so you can see it more. But yeah, every time you go and every time you bend this figure too far, look at that, the rubber coating just pops off. Right there, the looseness. Really annoying. Ugh. Sorry, Unit 1.
Just pops.
All Might says we need more ratchet waist swivels. Dude. God damn, man. I completely agree. People need to use ratchet joints a little more when, you know, when it comes to stabilizing your figure. The world would be better with more ratchet joints, man.
And then there's the fact that if you bend it too far, the rubber coating just pops out, and then you gotta put it in. Coating just pops out, and then you gotta put it in there, and I want.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Zoom in here to emphasize what I'm about to say here. Let me play that back.
And then there's the fact that if you bend it too far,
Hey,
the rubber
thanks for
coating
that.
just
I'll be
pops
reading
out,
your
and then you gotta
I'll be reading your comments in just a few minutes, in about 6 minutes. Or 5 minutes.
Gotta put it in there, and I want to commit instrumentality. So to
Perfect.
I want to commit instrumentality. So to recap, the articulation here, to my knowledge, is just a ball joint.
You know, excuse me for not laughing at my own jokes because I have seen this video at least 50 times as of today. This should be the final time that I see it because I'm finalizing it. But you know, hope that you guys enjoyed the jokes that I found funny at the time.
My knowledge is just a ball joint at the chest, allows for a crunch that far and move back that far. And
Pretty
you know how I
straightforward stuff.
said it feels like the midsection's gonna break? The rest of the figure ain't the best feeling either. Oh, the plastic here has
Don't have
a
to do
slight
anything.
rubbery quality, which
Okay, I need to zoom in there just so I can emphasize that rubbery quality here. Yeah, the whole figure feels like rubber.
slight rubbery quality, which I suppose prevents any major breakage, but it also has the lovely side effect of making it feel like a wet noodle.
Then maybe do a little motion tracking meme here. Oh, there you go. So if you guys follow me on my social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, this is where that picture came from. What if I cut it now? Let's see how that came out.
Of making it feel like a wet
Oh.
effect of making it feel like a wet noodle.
Yeah, that works. Then it's the what the fuck am I doing with my life zoom.
Rubber.
Perfect. Maybe just add a little. There you go. Make it more sad, you know? It's the whole point of the joke. Let's see. Alright, let me play that back.
Of making it feel like a wet noodle.
There we go. Perfect. Hey, Tie Guy Browser says, Jobby, you never cease to bring joy with your humor. Hey, thanks for finding me funny.
Rubbery
There we
plastic
go.
in itself is not a bad thing, but the build quality on this fake
Oh, here comes Thanatos again.
bad thing, but
Let me do a sad zoom in.
the build quality on this figure ain't
Hey, thanks for
the
subscribing, Jonathan Carry On.
best. This little tip panel actually popped off. This little
Let's see, tit panel.
tip.
Should I add Al Pacino in there as an in joke? No one else will get it besides. Yeah, no one else would get if I put Al Pacino in that little quick cut, except for those who've been with me for a long time. Should I do? Hey, thanks for that. I'll be reading the super chats in 2 minutes.
Tip panel. Little tip.
Hey, can I get some feedback on the chat? Should I just insert a little quick Al Pacino in this little quick cut, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames. I'm reading it and people are saying yep.
Oh, yes.
All right, I'm doing it.
Oh, yes.
Just a little quick cut. You know, as a little in joke between me and the
Oh, yes.
the hardcore JobbytheHong
Oh, yes.
fans, because no one else will get it. So it's this clip here. So I already have it saved and cropped out.
Tip panel.
Perfect.
Tip. This little tip panel actually.
There we go. How about that? What do you guys think? Daniel Martin says perfect. Thank you. Yeah, getting a lot of hoo-ahs. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's staying in.
But the build quality on this figure ain't the best. This little tip panel actually popped off out of the package, but my new best friend's super glue fixed that. And the feet have a lovely habit of completely disintegrating. No wonder this figure can't stand up.
You know what I could do there? Let me just put a marker there so I can come back real quick. But let me go to the beginning of the video and extract the clip of the figure falling over. And then I'm gonna put it there. Hey, thanks for that. Oh, you know what? We're already at 30 minutes. I should start reading the super chats real soon. But let me do this one edit first, and then we'll do that. Let me just save this as a sequence. Fall over full. Alright, and let me just check if that...
This figure can't stand on its own.
Okay, perfect. Or maybe not perfect. Let me just add a little bit of... I like to think of these little things, the constant gain effect, as a cauterizing a wound. When you cut something, sometimes it's a little rough around the edges. This just smooths it out.
Stand on its own.
Okay, that should work. Then go back to this. And let's look that up. Fall over full. It's here. And I'll just drop that in. And I'm gonna make it slow, as to be dramatic, you know.
Oh yes.
All right.
Rating. No wonder.
Oh, I don't need my voice in there.
No wonder this figure.
So there we go. No wonder this figure can't.
No wonder this figure can't.
Okay, that could be slower actually. Let me see. 20.
No wonder this figure can't stand up.
A little too slow. Let's do 25%.
No wonder this figure can't stand up.
Perfect. Now let me just add a sound effect for that. Just drag this. Slow that down as well. Maybe like 40.
Can't stand up. Can't stand. This figure can't stand up.
That doesn't. It's not as funny when it's slow. So let me just. Oh, 100. And let me just make that loud. There we go.
This figure can't stand up. That.
Good.
No wonder.
I kind of want to make it slow though.
Wonder this figure can't stand up.
Yeah, that actually works. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Hey, thanks. Thanks for everyone for joining me, and thanks for donating to the super chat. I will be reading your comments very, very soon.
Can't stand up. That's
okay. Like right now. Okay, so just leave a marker there. Wow, we did around 5 minutes and 52 seconds. A pretty good pace that we're editing at right now. I think I will definitely get this done on stream. Let me just save that. And before I start reading, hey, thanks, what is that, Mark Whedon? Thanks for subscribing. Okay, before I start reading your super chats, let me take a quick piss. I'm gonna leave some music for you as I go use the bathroom real quick. I'm a professional. Alright. Wait there. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back.
Oh yes.
And when I come back, we'll be reading the super chat. Okay. King. Okay, let me attach my mic real quick. What's up, everybody? How you guys took care of the chat for me? All right. Okay, as I said before I left to take a beautiful piss, it was really nice. I will read the super chats now. Okie dokes. Put the headphones on. All right. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Oh, shit, I missed the name. Okay. Let's read these super chats. Hey, Vapormain with $5. He says, guess who, boy? I don't have to guess. Your name is there. Thanks for coming in, Vapormain. I don't think I've seen you in a while. Another $5 with Vapormain. Shit's good, fam. Thanks for that. Piefish, thanks for $5. Looking for a Ava Unit 1 that isn't a kit, because I don't have time to build. Hopefully, this is the one that takes the cake. I've got my fingers crossed. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's not horrible, you know, but I get into it in the review that I'm currently editing, so stay tuned for that. Holy shit, Vaporman again with $5. Once the Metal Build Avas fully come out, I'm gonna hang my wallet. You know, when it comes to the Metal Build Evangelions, you should get them as they come out because they're gonna be crazy in the aftermarket prices. Like, look up when the pre-order comes out because that shit goes away quick, man. Metal Build Ava Unit 2 was a nightmare for me to pre-order. And even Unit 1 was a nightmare too. Holy shit, Vaporman just donated a whole bunch of shit. Okay, he donated, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $30 in total. Thanks for that. I'm gonna continue reading his comments. Vaporman again. The umbilical outlet looks like a screaming fish. I kinda see that. Alright. Where were we? Okay, Vaporman again says, bruh moments. Think you're talking about the hoo-ah? Oh, and his last comment, hoo-ah. That's right. Supernova 64 with 2 pounds. Hashtag not a furry. Vapormain, thanks for another $2, so $32 in total. Hashtag kind of a furry. Let's not get into that. All right, that concludes the super chats. Let me read through the normal chat real quick, and then we'll get back to editing. Let's see. Piefish says, "Okay, Jobs, I have regrets." Did you order it? Did you order it before my review, ya naughty boy? If you're gonna order something, do it through the Big Bad Toy Store link in all of my descriptions. You know, it supports me. You don't have to. This is just a suggestion. Let's see. So Buffalo Tank says Jobby is Peter. What's all these Peter Griffin comments? Was I doing a Peter Griffin voice when I was singing? Flat. I can't do it right now. What? I could only do it when I'm not thinking about it. Let's see. Hey Pan, what is this? Fuck, I missed the comment. The chat is scrolling too fast. Oh my god! Ah, damn it. Let's see. Saleity the Boar says, please read. There you go. Mighty Skeletor says, I hope Jobby reviews more Figma. Yeah, that'll come soon. Can Tuna says, do you have Real Action Heroes Evangelion Unit 1? I don't, but I pre-ordered it, and it should come in November, so I'm excited for that. Kind of, because Medicom also made this figure, which, as you will see when we get back to editing the review, ain't the best. Alright. Okay. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Apple Gaming. I think that was Apple Gaming. Okay, let's get back into editing the review. I've got a review to edit, and thanks to all of you guys for joining me. You're getting an early look at a review that will be coming out this Saturday. So, all right. So where were we?
And the feet have a lovely habit of completely disintegrating. No wonder this figure can't stand up.
Then let me turn that up a little bit. Let me check the audio levels for my edit.
This little tip panel.
Yeah, so feel free to donate to the super chat with that money icon at the bottom of the chat and leave a comment or question. I will be reading them in 30 more minutes.
Actually popped off out of the package, but my new best friend's
Hey, thanks for that. Like I said, I'll be reading your comments later.
new best friend Superglue fixed that. And the feet have a lovely habit of completely disintegrating. No wonder this figure can't stand up. That's very unbecoming.
Will I get demonetized? I have included this screen capture in a lot of my reviews without being called out for it. So, let's see.
This figure can't stand up. That's very unbecoming.
Okay, I gotta zoom in on that because look at how easily that foot comes apart. Jesus. There we go. Look, that peg there is not even made of metal. It's like a plastic peg.
That's very unbecoming of a figure. That's very unbecoming.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that could just be for like a split second. Becoming, yeah.
Becoming of a
Perfect.
figure with that price. Is this?
And I can hold on this for a little more. Oop. Come on. Miss input. 1, 2, 3.
Unbecoming of a figure. Unbecoming of a
Okay, maybe the timing's a little off.
coming of a figure. Coming of a
Timing adjustments, that's a lot of what the stream is going to be, just timing adjustments.
That's very unbecoming of a figure with that price.
Alright, perfect. Then let me just zoom all the way into there. Of a figure with that price. Whew! BBTS, I love you, but what the fuck? Look at that price.
Of a figure with that price.
I honestly do love Big Bad Toy Store. And this, you know, impromptu plug, but Big Bad Toy Store is the best toy company that I've worked with because we've got a really lovely system that allows me to, you know, to review anything I want, but also to get compensated by them. So Big Bad Toy Store, big shout outs to them. Love you guys. Actually, that reminds me, I might have missed the edit back here. So let me go check.
This figure can avoid that same fate. Figure. Or not. But once you get the figure standing up, looks pretty good. Any of you plebs in the audience. Unit 2 is an abomination version and the rebuild version. And I... Oh! Is it my turn to be... anime accurate? That... they...
Alright, yeah, I missed the edit right there. So, let me do that.
They're a little bit inexcusable, though.
Okay, for anyone, also, if any of you guys are saying, yeah, none of you guys are saying it, but, yeah, but, if anyone points out that, yeah, the figure is cheaper at some other outlets that's not Big Bad Toy Store, well, I've got a segment of the review that addresses exactly that, so wait for that.
excusable, don't you think? And since
Okay. EK Odd Link says, I really want to buy more from Big Bad Toy Store, but goddamn their processing time. I don't have a problem with it. Because they're an American-based store, they get Japanese figures later than, well, Japanese outlets. But the trade-off to that is that faster shipping or cheaper shipping as well. But that also means that the international shipping cost usually gets included within the retail price, which is why this figure costs this much. That's my defense of Big Bad Toy Store real quick. Let's see.
stand up.
But yeah, it does kind of suck that they do get Japanese figures later than everyone else. I pre-ordered the Soul of Chogokin Getter Emperor, and they just got it in stock when it was in stock everywhere else like a month before. But I don't mind that. I'm not in a rush to review that figure. Also, Soul of Chogokin Voltron, so I'm really excited to take a look at those for you guys.
Under this figure can't stand up. That's very unbecoming of a figure with that price. Is this a MAFEX thing? Medicom thing? MAFEX thing? Medicom thing? Price. Is this a MAFEX thing? Medicom thing? This is actually my first figure from this line.
That could be a little cropped a little better.
This is actually my first figure from this line. Gotta tell you though, Medicom.
Timing. Doing a little timing adjustment here. Then, yeah, zoom in on that for emphasis. Let's say 50. Okay, little too little. Little too little. Alright.
I'm not impressed, but I'm not impressed, but
the zoom can end up a little better. There we go. Let's see.
I'm not impressed, but
little lower, just to get that whole shaking body into frame. And then maybe like that. All right. Got it.
I'm not impressed, but
gotta tell you, Medicom,
gotta tell you though, Medicom, I'm not impressed, but I actually like what they did with the shoulder.
Shit. Yeah, shit just keeps falling off.
The shoulder pylon. I mean, I would like him if it hadn't completely popped off. There. Pylon. I mean, I would like him if it hadn't completely. I would like him if it hadn't completely. If it hadn't completely popped off there.
I don't need that zoom in.
Completely popped off there. But check this out, right? A bunch of Evangelion figures have their own way of dealing with this issue of the shoulders. I like this solution. Ball joint here, not a ball joint.
Okay, and now I need to zoom in. Gotta point out that tiny ass ball joint. Look at that.
Ball joint here, not a ball joint here.
And yeah, zoom in here too for emphasis. Or not. It's already zoomed in enough.
Here, not a ball joint here. That allows this ball joint at the arm to keep its entire range without those pylons getting in the way. Very nice. Very nice. Not so very nice. Technically, very nice.
I could add maybe a little silly sound effect. Don't want it to be too loud though, so let me lower that very much. Let's see, minus 70. Pan it a little bit.
Nice. Not so very nice.
Perfect.
Very nice. Not so very nice. Technically, the shoulder pylons popping off is intentional. You can remove that left one and replace it with this alternate pylon, and that makes it look like the
progressive knife. I can put that text right there. That should be fine. Oh,
Oh, yes.
there we go. Hey, thanks for subscribing, La Rosa 2019. And let me actually thicken the white outline to make it more readable. I gotta keep into account the mobile users, mobile audience.
Nylon, and that makes it look like the progressive knife has been deployed. Intentional or not, it's still.
Oh yes.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, Silent Ghost.
It's still fucking annoying. It's still fucking annoying. For something that costs this
Alright, here we go. I've mentioned the price many times in this review, but it's an issue. It's an issue.
costs this much, this much, costs this much, the figure feels worryingly cheap.
Oh yes.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, Shonen Bag Studio. A lot of people subscribing. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Again, apologies if I get a little silent. Sometimes I get absorbed in my work. Just like I was getting absorbed in that Nightmare Grim fight, Nightmare King Grim boss battle of Hollow Knight. Hope you guys saw that too. That was something. Thanks for subscribing. Oh my god, I can't read that. Oh, I don't need
Cheap. Cheap.
just to emphasize that I called it cheap, because that's a big accusation to call this figure quality-wise cheap. So I'm gonna emphasize that with a base hit.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, that should be good. Cut that out and put it here. Oh wait, that's the wrong track. There we... Oh no, it was the right one. It just goes longer than I expect. Alright, so lower that. Oh, come on, don't do that. Okay, lower that.
Cheap.
Okay, it's not noticeable at all, so let me make it a little louder.
Cheap. Cheap.
Yeah, that works. And let me just do this little meme. Make that. There we go.
Cheap.
Oh, that's an upcoming gag. You're gonna see it right now.
Cheap.
Maybe tint that.
Cheap.
I just got a text. Excuse me.
Cheap.
And even really gotta emphasize that I said cheap, you know? It's a big deal. It's a big deal that I called it cheap. That's some reverb.
Cheap.
Maybe too much reverb.
Cheap.
No reverb. Alright. Okay, let me let this play.
So fucking annoying. For something that costs this much, the figure feels worryingly cheap.
You guys hear that? Was that a clip? Just add a little cauterize the wound here. And
Worryingly cheap.
But Jobby, it costs this much.
okay, let me zoom in on my reaction.
But Jobby, it costs this.
Here we go. This is what I was talking about. If anyone points out that the figure's cheaper at other retailers. And if anyone recognizes this store, leave a like on the stream. There we go.
Costs this much at this. Costs this much at this Japanese store. It's cheaper, you fuck. store. It's cheaper, you fuck. You sellout fuck.
Listen,
I could. That might go on for a little too long. Let me shorten that.
listen.
There you go.
Listen, you cheat.
Okay, there's a little bit of clipping there. Let me cauterize that wound. Let's see. Awesome World says, God, LMAO, Jobby, you never fail to make me laugh. Thank you, and thank you for joining us in this stream. Let's see. Alright, let's keep going.
But Jarvie, it costs
cheap.
But Jarvie, it costs this much at this Japanese store. It's cheaper, you fuck. You sellout fuck.
Listen, you Cheeto and Listen, you Listen, you Cheeto encrusted fuck. Listen, you Cheeto encrusted fuck. If you're buying from outside of Japan, you
Do a little motion tracking here, actually, just to emphasize it even further.
Listen, you Cheeto encrusted fuck. If you're buying from outside of Japan, that
Let's see.
out of Japan, that is not the price you're gonna be paying for it. Have you heard?
A little bit of skipping there.
Have you heard of something called
International shipping. That's right, it gets added.
international shipping? It's
Hold on. Maybe I can crop those. Never mind. That looks good.
international shipping. It's still too expensive and expensive anywhere you buy this thing. I just buy this thing.
It's true. It's too expensive. Anywhere you buy it.
Anywhere you buy this thing, I just fucking dropped that. Legs are too loose, and the pegs at the hands are too
Tight. 1, 2, 3.
tight. Which makes
Oh, I should mention the audio kind of goes to shit here. Well, not too badly, but there is a noticeable change in audio quality, and let me show you why. Here's a little behind-the-scenes action for you. So, okay, so the part where the freak out happens. Where is that? Right here.
But Jarvie, it costs this much at this Japanese store. It's cheap. Cheaper, you fuck. You sellout fuck.
There we go. Look at that. Did you notice that? I'm not even gonna zoom in on it in my edit. I'm gonna let people find out for themselves. But check that out. my pop. Hey, thanks for that. Thanks for the super chat. I'll be reading your comments soon. Look at that. The pop cover fell off. The pop cover fell off. So, from this point forward, the audio kind of, you can hear the puzz and suzz and tuzz a little more harshly. But then at some point I put it back on, so, you know, what can you do? And you can see it here. You see, pop cover, and then no pop cover. A little behind the scenes action for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Alright, where were we?
Fists, open hands, chop.
Alright, we're getting into the hands, and this part, there's not gonna be too much editing.
If you're buying from outside of Japan,
I heard a clip. Cauterize that wound.
fuck. If you're buying from outside of Japan, that is not the
Yeah, you see right there, like that.
that is not the price you're gonna be paying for it. Have you heard of something called international shipping? It's international ship.
Actually, kind of want to zoom into that fucking price. That is awful. Ugh. But I guess some people don't have a choice.
International
Oops.
international shipping.
That works.
International shipping. It's still too expensive anywhere you buy this thing. I just fucking dropped that. Legs are too loose, and the pegs. Legs are too loose, and the pegs at the hands are too tight, which makes replacing this pair of relaxed hands.
I could fade in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, really thankful for you guys coming in. If you're at school, say hi to your teacher or professor for me.
This pair of relaxed.
Don't do that. If you do that, tell them to like, comment, and
This
subscribe.
pair of relaxed hands a bit of a bitch.
Ah!
Which makes replacing this pair of relaxed hands a bit of a bitch. And to get the
Got him.
full range of this figure, you're gonna be replacing the hands a lot. Every freaking
There's a lot of hands. You know, one of the fun parts about the figure is that it has a lot of accessories. It's just too bad that it kind of feels like Dookie. I just saved like 3 times in a row. You can never be too careful.
bit of a bitch. And to get the full range of this figure, you're gonna be replacing the hands a lot. Every freaking time you plug in a hand, it feels like you're gonna just snap that peg off. Snap that peg off. Jesus.
Jesus.
Off. Jesus. You get it.
There you go. Just zoom in a little bit. You know, someone tweeted this meme at me, and I gotta give a big shout out to them for inspiring this fucking joke. Let me find them real quick. Because I did retweet it. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, at JobbytheHong, I post there fairly frequently. What was that meme here? He was talking about how he likes the Christian symbols in the show. Oh shit. Can't find it. So like it goes deeper than I expected. Oh, here it is. At Joseph the Nerd, and nerd is spelled with a 3. So yeah, at Joseph the Nerd, thanks for sharing that meme with me on Twitter. Now it's in this video. So big shout out to Joseph the Nerd.
Placing the hands a lot. Every freaking time you plug in a hand, it feels like you're gonna just snap that peg off. Jesus, you get a pair of head off. Jesus. You get a pair of
Alright,
fists,
yeah, that
open
works.
hands, chopping hands, knife hands, which are made specifically to grab the included progressive knife, a pair of trigger finger hands, of trigger.
Yeah, let me add a little bit of punch to that. Let's go 1, 10, 1, 2, 3.
A pair of trigger finger hands.
That works.
A pair of trigger finger hands, which allows the figure to hold either the pad.
The text can be anywhere, really. There's a lot of blank space. Yeah, right there. Right there's fine.
Your hands, which allows the figure to hold either the pallet rifle.
Demogorgon says, "Do the Shinji voice, please." But I don't want to. I really don't want to, and he doesn't even sound like this anymore because of the new Netflix stub.
Pallet rifle slides right into the hands because of the rubbery plastic, or this
Let's say
Gi-
gigantic.
this gigantic Gatling gun with a relaxed hand for support. The
Beautiful.
Gatling gun can swivel, bending.
Oh, I said the word, but if you watched my Godzilla 2019 review, this shouldn't be a big deal.
Gatling gun can swivel. Benny told me I could say that word now.
Dramatic zoom in. Introduce some lore.
Benny told me I could say that word now. Check out my Godzilla 2019 review. And there's
There we go. A little bit of a plug there. If you watch my Godzilla 2019 review, thank you. I worked really hard on it,
my
as I work hard on all my videos.
Godzilla 2019 review. And there's even a removable clip.
Could actually make that louder.
Now check out my Godzilla.
Or not. No, I'll keep it as is.
2019 review. And there's even a removable clip.
ShadowGamer2717 says, "Hey, I'm just stopping by to like the stream. I don't want to be spoiled. Hey, glad you stopped by." Well, yeah. If you don't want to be spoiled for Saturday's review, don't watch the stream. But if you want an early look, keep watching.
And there's even a removable clip. Or is this a magazine?
This is a response to a lot of people correcting me when I say clip magazine on a gun. I really don't know. And I kind of mentioned that.
And there's even a removable clip. Or is this a magazine clip? Clip, bullet,
Bullet packet.
package, magazine, clip, bullet, package. I don't know what.
All right.
I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't have an NRA membership. And
Perfect. Let's watch that. Rewatch that just to check the timing.
Benny told me I could say that word now. Check out my Godzilla 2019 review. And there's even a removable clip. Or is this a magazine clip, bullet, package? I don't know what it's called. I don't have an NRA membership. And finally, you get
There
a
we
pair
go.
of AT field hands, which, as the name suggests, allows the field hands.
And then this could be a little zoomed in at first. AT field hands. Let's see.
Which, as the name suggests, allows the figure to grab this included
Then let me zoom in on that for emphasis. There we go.
grab this included AT field. Simply
I could have a little motion tracking in there.
included AT field. Simply
Nice.
slide the hand.
Andres Zavala says, at JobbytheHong, did you not read my big chat when you reading the chat? I guess I didn't, unless you're talking about a super chat, which I will be looking at soon.
Simply slide.
Let's see.
My Godzilla 2019 review. And there's even a removable clip.
Oh, sorry, just read something in the chat, made me laugh.
Or is this a magazine, clip, bullet package? I don't know what it's called. I don't have an NRA membership. And finally, you get a pair of AT field hands, which, as the name suggests, allows the figure to grab this included AT field. Simply slide the hands into that indent there. I just made it look easier than it is. Trust me.
Maybe I had a little camera shake there. Make it a little chaotic. Don't want to do that. There you go. It's like, what are you even looking at anymore? I don't know. That's the point.
Looks great, but just like the model kit
Then that could be a zoom in. I mean, not a zoom in, a fade in, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, yes.
Hey, thanks for subscribing. Before I miss the name, Gaming K.
the model kit version of Unit 1, I'm never gonna use it. Another thing I'll probably never use.
I wonder if people will see it. It's just a split second gag. And you know what? I'll make it black. There you go. Make it tiny. So you gotta pause it to really see it.
I'm never gonna use it. Another thing I'll probably never use is this
Yep.
probably never use is this included alternate back. Some great detail here, and that allows you to slide in the allows you
Yeah, let's see. A fade out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
allows you to slide in the included and
Then that, oh, beautiful blank space for the text. Right there.
included entry plug. For such a tiny thing, the entry plug looks great. I'd even say the panel lining here is better than on the figure. What the f-
Oh, yes.
Thanks for subscribing, Ethan Burton. I'm in a position where I can actually read your names when you subscribe. Couldn't do that before. Because, you know, usually I'm gaming and it's hard to kind of look as I'm
I'd even
gaming.
say the panel lining here is better than on the figure. What the f-
That one's veering a little bit.
I'd even say the panel lining here is better than on the figure. What the f- fuck? And if you wanted the entry plug to actually get in there, you simply push on the entry plug. I'm just kidding. That would make sense, right? No.
Ty Guy Browser asks or says, Metal Build Ava 1 had no entry plug. Why? I have no idea. That's really one of the main issues with that the figure that I have. Jesus. Like, of all of the accessories that it has, no entry plug feature even. Yeah, maybe it's just that difficult to do it properly. But the model kit version did it. I don't understand. This figure has an entry plug, but It's not the best.
Entry plug. I'm just kidding. That would make sense, right? No, you get an alternate part, a quarter of an entry plug. Plug that into the hole, and it gives.
Then fade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hole, and it gives you the illusion that the entry plug is slid in there. That the entry plug.
And a little crop zoom for emphasis. Yeah, if it wasn't clear, when I'm done with the stream, not done with the stream. When I'm done editing the video on stream, I'll be playing the whole thing as an early look. So stay tuned for that.
Plug is slid in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement there. Let me just.
Entry plug is slid in there. Why couldn't it?
More Thanatos. Love that song. Love using it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for subscribing, Eduardo.
There. Why couldn't it just actually slide in there? The model kit, fucking the keys.
Again.
Fucking the keys. Medicom.
Get rid of the keyframes.
Medicom being extra for seemingly no reason. But giving credit where credit is due, the detail here is pretty damn good. And for our final accessory, you get an umbrella.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for subscribing, Godzilla Production CV. And this text can actually be black. I don't know why I put a white text there. Then. Yeah.
You get an umbilical cable. You get an umbilical cable. The wire is slightly.
All right, I think I should start reading the super chat. In a few minutes when it gets to 1:30. 1 hour. Yeah, when it gets to 1 hour and 30 minutes, I will start reading the super chat and the normal chat once again. So feel free to donate through the super chat. Ask a question. Leave a comment. I'll be reading them in 10 minutes.
You get an
Because we're almost done. Like, the video is 14 minutes and 49 seconds, and we're at 9 minutes right now.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for subscribing. Damn it, I missed it.
You get an umbilical cable. The wire.
Oh, technically I'm looking up, right? Because the subscriptions are up there. This is my second monitor, so.
Wire is slightly posable, but it doesn't lead to anywhere.
Yeah, just like, you know, this figure has a lot of similarities to the model kit version, including an entry plug that doesn't lead anywhere.
Posable, but it doesn't lead to anywhere.
And I gotta get the accessory shot in here, so this is my excuse for that. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so much accessories. It almost makes up for the figure.
Let me do some motion tracking here. I love this shit. Oh shit, it's a blur.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for subscribing, Omar FTG. Hey, Omar, like my friend Omar, which you'll probably see tomorrow when we do a stream.
Oh, yes.
Thanks, Angelo Magalon? Frame by frame.
Makes up for the figure feeling so bad. But
Nice. Can adjust the timing as well.
it almost makes up for the figure feeling so bad. But the
Nice.
figure's not off.
Freshman Doge says, "Hello, Jobby. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
Thanks for subscribing, Isaac Holiday.
Bad news. The poseability. News.
Thanks for subscribing, Eduardo Orellana.
The
Alright, we're getting into the post segment. Thanks for subscribing, Lava Punk. We're getting a lot of subscribers today. Thank you so much for that.
news. The poseability on this figure. News. The poseability on
Whoa, double subscription. Thanks.
The poseability on this figure is actually the news. The poseability on this figure is actually really good. I've already talked about some of the poseability throughout the review, like the shoulder pylons. Not getting into it again. If you missed it, pay attention.
I don't know why I went off in this video. I just
Pay attention.
pay attention.
Pay attention, you. Pay attention, you fucking child. Attention, you fuck.
There we go.
You fucking child.
Nice. Let me re-watch that over. Let's see.
Poseability on this figure.
I see someone donated something. I'll be reading your comment very soon, in about 7 minutes. That goes for all super chats, by the way. Feel free to donate with the money icon at the bottom of the chat.
The poseability on this figure is actually really good. I've already talked about some of the poseability throughout the review, like the shoulder pylons. Not getting into it again. If you missed it, pay attention, you fucking child. Ball joint at the head, hinge joint, ball joint at the base of the neck. That allows it. Ball joint at the
I didn't actually move it there, so let me zoom in on it.
joint at the base of the neck. That allows it to look up fairly far and down really far. Ball joint at the shoulder, rotation, some forward and
Green screen explosion. Let me bring out the Ultra key.
rotation.
Ooh, a little complicated. Let's do something a little complicated here. Gonna key this so the explosion can show up. There we go. Look at that. And then let me rotate that so then it's behind it.
Shoulder, rotation,
There we go. Perfect.
rotation. Rotation, some forward and backward movement. Shoulder moves out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, hinge joint. Shoulder moves out, shoulder moves out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, hinge joint at the wrist, and if you twist the wrist at its tight ass peg, it has some side to side.
A little visual variety.
Its peg, it has some side to side. Torso peg, it has some side to side. Torso articulation, not getting into that again.
Yeah, anyone hear about the animator named Zurel? Pretty sure he named himself after an angel from Evangelion. Zurel's fucking awesome. And he mentioned that his MAFEX Evangelion Unit 1 broke at the midsection. And it's probably because the joints were so hard to figure out because of that stupid rubber coating. If you were watching the stream so far, you know what I'm talking about.
Articulation, not getting into that again.
Animal Skull says that shoulder died. Lol. R.I.P. shoulder joint. Yeah, man. It keeps falling off. There's really no way to get it to stick there. Maybe with some super glue or floor polish. It's not worth the effort with this figure.
Not getting into that again, lest I break the damn thing. The top.
Scary shit.
The top ball.
Maybe I could add a little shake in there. Just a little bit.
The top ball joint. The top ball joint can move side to side. Loose ass hip ball joint, shifting legs. That allows for a ridiculously high kick.
Alex says Matrix 4 was confirmed today. Seriously? I'm assuming Keanu Reeves is coming back. That's pretty cool. I enjoy the Matrix to a decent degree.
That allows for a ridiculously high kick. And the same going backwards. A strangely tight thigh swivel. Double bend. Strangely tight
Thigh swivel.
tight thigh swivel.
Maybe zoomed in a little too much.
Thigh swivel. Double bend at the
There
knee.
we go.
Hinge joint at the knee pad. Hinge joint at the ankle. Ball joint at the foot guard. Toe bend. And a really good... Oh, Jesus.
Again.
Oh, gee. Oh, Jesus. An impossible pivot. If... Is an
Impossible pivot.
is an impossible pivot. If this figure wasn't so much of a hassle to play with, I'd say the poseability is the best aspect of the figure. I'd even call it its saving grace. Not to mention she's fairly...
Oh, a little bit of a callback. If you guys remember my Metal Build Evangelion.
Not to mention she's fairly tall, which also helps. That's right.
Oh no, I'm a transphobe again. Oh. Hold on. Watch my trans rights review for more elaboration on that whole shenanigans.
Right. I said she... I'm not... I said she... I'm not doing that again. Hey!
Perfect.
Right? I said she... I'm not doing that. Said she... I said she... I'm not doing that again. Here's the Metal Build Unit 1, Sentinel Riobot Godzilla times Avon.
We're getting a bunch of it's man in the chat. You got all of you guys are transphobes.
Here's the Metal Build...
Yeah, just watch my trans rights review just to figure out that that's a joke. God damn it. Chris Beast Tomas says hi. Hi to you.
Here's the Metal Build Unit 1, Sentinel Riobot Godzilla times Avon. Sentinel...
For some reason, I insisted on saying the whole name of this figure.
times Evangelion.
So I'm gonna occupy that time with a zoom in. And then 1, 2, 3.
Sentinel Riobot Godzilla times Evangelion Shiryu, the Bandai Model Kit Unit 1, SH Monster Rush Shin Godzilla, and
Let me fade that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 frame fade out.
Godzilla, and the previous review, the SH Monster Arts 2019 King Ghidorah.
definitely gonna add a card there so people can watch that. The last review. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Kayvonte Washington.
So if you're new here, this is how my
Alright. And to explain to the newcomers, here we go.
So if you're new here, this is So if you're new here, this is how my scoring works. These little guys are gonna
These little guys.
These little guys are
Thanks for subscribing, Christian Sains.
works. These little guys are gonna give
There we go.
These little guys are gonna give the figure some kisses. 3 kisses, the maximum amount, means the maximum.
I could kind of fix the timing there. Maybe make that linger a little longer.
Out means the maximum amount.
Perfect. Because I really didn't know what I was saying there. Fun fact, I don't write scripts anymore. I write outlines. So a lot of what you're seeing right now is all improv. Based on what I wrote in my notes. So that's why you get shit like this.
3 kisses, the maximum amount, means the maximum amount. As for this figure,
Could use an explosion. Gotta put a green screen explosion in there real quick. Key that again. Now key this first, actually. Let's make that big. Alright. And then big one. Big one. Make it big. Big explosion. There we go. Spicy Meatball says, I'm back. Glad to have you back. Thanks for watching. Trollmaster says, needs red filter. What part are you talking about? Right here?
maximum.
Nah, I don't think it needs a filter. That comes later. Larry Johnson, aka PJD 203's lawyer, says, "Who's looser, that bootleg Megatron or unit bootleg Megatron? Bold Forms Gladius. Bold Forms Gladius is still the worst figure I've ever played with.
As for
This one doesn't come close.
figure,
Okay, so we're past 1 hour and 30 minutes in. I will start reading the super chat very soon, but because we're already at the end of the review, let me wrap this up real quick.
Obviously, I don't love it, but I can't describe my feeling. But I can't describe of it. But I can't describe my feelings as hatred either. But I do hate that.
The price once again. You gotta mention it. You gotta mention it. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Zero Gravity.
That price either, but I do hate that price.
Okay, that one goes on for a little long, so let me adjust that.
Hate that price.
A little too long still. 1, 2, 3.
I do hate that price. I do hate that price.
Okay, good.
Price.
But Jarvie, it costs this.
It's basically a repeat of the gag that you saw earlier, but with a little twist.
But Jarvie, it costs this much.
Yeah, I gotta fix that now.
But Jobby, it costs this much. But Jobby, it costs this much.
Excuse me for picking my nose.
Costs this much.
Once.
Alright, now I gotta fix this. Let's ultra key that. Let's tint that, make that red. Because it's blood, don't you know? Yeah, that works. And let me make it appear from behind the chair. And I think I could do that just by masking it. Let's see how this looks. No, that doesn't look quite right. So the blood should be coming from right here. Yeah, like right there. Just make that bigger so it's more noticeable. And what I'm gonna do is make a quick little mask. So, oh. Yeah, quick little mask. So, let's see here. Zoom in on that just a bit, or a lot actually. Just draw that. There's a little bit of a floaty there, but I'm not that much of a professional. Alright, and then inverse. I should be able to inverse that. There we go. And let's see how that looks. Jesus. Okay, the mask could be improved. It's coming in front of the chair a little bit. So let me fix that very quick. Yeah, that's actually better. It still looks like shit, but the idea is there, at least. Oh, boy. All right. Some World asks, bro, where'd you learn to edit? You're good. Hey, thanks. I'm not that great, but I edited a few videos when I was little on Windows Movie Maker, and then went to high school, took a film class, and learned how to use Final Cut. But other than that, mostly self-taught. Especially the whole toy review thing, the whole YouTube thing taught me a lot about editing. But no, I'm not that great. I'm honestly, sometimes I'm bad on purpose, sometimes I'm just bad because I'm bad. But thanks for that.
But
I will take that compliment.
do hate that price.
But Jobby, it costs this much.
Once again.
Yeah, the meaning is there. I don't want to get too complicated with that.
Once again, Evangelion has stirred up feelings.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, Dylan Bruner.
My soul.
I really love Evangelion.
Hey, this God!
Thanks for subscribing. Damn, I missed the name.
This goddamn show! show!
It's Doritos. That's Evangelion Doritos, man. It's that big.
God damn show!
Okay, it could be slower, of course.
Show!
Then
Oh. Or do I? Or do I?
okay, it could be cropped a little better here.
Or do I? You know the merch.
Ooh, one of my favorite Evangelion tracks.
Or do I? You know the merch. Obviously it's overpriced, but maybe it's for a reason. How could something this seemingly pretentious be such a worldwide phenomenon? Perhaps there is something.
Dramatic zoom in.
There is something to it. Yeah.
Let's make that less slower. Make the zoom slow.
There is something to it. Yeah.
Actually, I can kind of go back to where it was.
There is something to it. Yeah. Let me rewatch it real quick. Bruh!
A clip from my Twitter. Little bit of a subtle plug.
Let me
Okay, I don't need that zoom.
rewatch it real quick.
Bruh!
I'm actually gonna crop this, so I'm including this tweet as a little plug for my Twitter, and also because it's one of my most popular tweets. Just me goofing off. It's got like 8,000 likes. Oh, that's the wrong thing to move. There you go. Yeah, that works.
Real quick.
Bruh! Get that shit out of there! What the fuck?
See if I could actually. Get this, and then make it a little bigger. A little lower.
Bruh! Get that shit out of there! What the fuck?
I'm just considering if I should put my Twitter handle there. The Twitter handle was there, but it's not. For people that don't know what Twitter is, it might not be immediate. Fuck it. My social medias are in the description. People will get
Shit
it.
out of there! What the fuck?
I love.
All right.
I love the show. The symbols mean everything. They're not just plastered around the show because they look cool. If you look into the symbology of the show, they tie
Lucas Halkias says, "Can you say hey to Lucas? He's a big fan."
directly into the plot.
The Sephiroth is described as a superconscious will that is beyond conscious intellect. You can think of the Sephiroth as the idea
There's more clips from the Real Vibes podcast with DJ Occult. Go check that out at DJ Occult's channel.
of the LCL becoming one. how can you possibly design something so intricate, frame by frame?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it's animation, that makes it even more intentional. Because they had to go in there for hours on end looking at the same thing over and over.
Over and over.
Yeah. And the plot. Oh, the plot is beautiful. The themes of self-actualization and self-acceptance. It's such a good message to put out to the anime fan community. You can't run away from reality. You can't just escape into fiction all the time. You have to accept the suffering of the world. You have to accept that human interaction is painful, but it's worth it because being alone is even worse. Take care of yourself.
And dramatic zoom in to top it off. Yeah, I think that whole speech doesn't need any edits in it or crops or anything. Just me going off about Evangelion, about how much I love the show. So that beginning part when I said it's trash, that's a farce. I don't really believe that. This is my true beliefs right here.
The suffering of the world. You have to accept that human interaction is painful, but it's worth it because being alone is even
Tie Guy Browser says, heading out, see ya, and have a good one. Hey, see you on Saturday with this completed review. Thanks for stopping by.
even worse. Take care of yourself. Come on, young boy, reach out and make yourself a legend. I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion.
Maybe I should save the zoom in for that part. Yeah, I don't need to zoom in for this part quite yet. Save the zoom in for that last.
Take care of yourself. Come on, young boy, reach out and make yourself a legend.
There we go. Zoom in here.
I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion. I love. I
If anyone gets this reference, then you watch my King Ghidorah review from 2 weeks ago. I love you, alien, but instead it's this.
I love Evangelion.
There we go.
I love.
Oh, yes.
Hey, thanks, Nguyen An Hoi.
I love Evangelion. I mean.
Oh, throwing some shade here. You guys will get it. If you watched if you're an Evangelion fan and you saw the whole Netflix controversy, this one's for you.
I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion. I mean, it's worthy of my grace.
Oh! Oh, that ending. All right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's worthy.
Yeah, maybe not a zoom in, but just a crop. Before we get into the true ending here.
I mean, it's worthy of my grace.
Yeah, just center my face a little bit.
It's worthy of my grace.
Okay. Let me just. I don't want to show this part quite yet on the stream. I kind of want to make you guys wait to see this ending segment because it might be a little too much. It might be a little too much to reveal right now. I kind of want to wait for you guys to see it altogether. But let me just show you a little bit, and then I'll pause it, go take another piss because goddamn I was drinking water like a racehorse before the stream, and then I'll start reading super chats again, and then we'll top off the edit. Then I'll leave you be. That's the itinerary right now.
I mean, it's worthy of my grace.
Oh, that's right. I also gotta add a patron list, which I'll do off screen because that's a bit boring. I want to shout out my patrons on this part. So I'm gonna put that there, and then I'll get the list later. You guys won't have to see that. That's a little too boring to watch. But let me thicken up the outline. All right. So it's So this So at this part, the patrons will start scrolling right there.
Congratulations.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna show. That's all I'm gonna show right now. You guys are gonna have to wait till Saturday to see the full thing. Let me just skip that, and this is the part that I'm gonna have to edit when I come back. All right, just added a little marker there. Thanks for subscribing for AM Fitzy. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading the super chats when I come back. It's goddamn it, I gotta pee again. Hey, you know, thanks for sticking with me this whole time. All 141 of you. It's awesome. Okay, I'll be right back. When we come back, start reading the super chat. It's nice and chilly in here with all the air conditioning. This has been a good stream, you know? I actually got stuff done today. And thanks to you guys for sticking around with me. Now I'm gonna read the super chats. Okay. Damn it. My microphone wire is a little annoying. Give me a second to adjust. Yeah. Oh, I did it. Okay. Let's read through those super chats. Vaporman with $5. Thanks for that once again. Fuck, I'm now a furry. I thought of a fursona. Congratulations. Alex, thank you very much for $4.99. Alex, you'll always have a special place in my heart. Everyone give it up for Alex, the guy who donated $99.99 in another stream. You're awesome. Sorry. Jobby, are you planning on seeing It Chapter 2 when it comes out? Hell yeah. That trailer was sick, man. I really enjoyed that new trailer. It's a horror movie that I'm actually excited for. I don't usually get excited for horror movies, but whew, really excited for that. All right. Thank you, Nexus 120 Nex with $1. No comment. Thank you, Awesome World with $2. No problem. I love you. That's what he says. Thank you very much. Thank you, JMaster99 with $5. You're awesome, dude. I am really just wondering if you will be getting the SH Monster Arts of Rodan and Mothra, or not at all, or not sure yet. I can remove the headphones, actually. I did mention this before. Someone else asked me this question on stream before, and I did want to take a look at that, but I missed the pre-order window. It kind of came and went. It was a 2-pack, SH Monster Arts Rodan and Mothra. Yeah, that's kind of sucked, but that's my answer. Justin, thank you thank you Justin117 with $1.99. He says, "Get in the robot." Classic Evangelion meme. Dean5733R, thank you for $2. No comment. And El Alancito with $1.99. PewDiePie got married, Jobby. I saw that and really happy for him. Congratulations to PewDiePie for being the #1 YouTuber and also getting married. That's very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's read through the normal chat for a bit. I don't need the headphones when I'm reading your chats. And I just gotta say, thanks for sticking around. We just lost 20 viewers when I went to the bathroom, but they don't know what they're about to miss. I'm gonna play that whole review. I'm gonna play the whole review that I just edited right now, minus that ending that I want to say for Saturday, and yeah, they're gonna miss that. All right, let me read through the normal chat. Parallel says my Wi-Fi is crapping out. Bye, Jobby. Awesome stream. Thanks very much, Parallel. I'll see you next time. Yeah, okay, Vince Vogue. Yeah, I see. Can you tell my friend Nick happy birthday? Yeah, screw you. I'm not falling for that shit again, asshole. Let's see. Eddie Dugan asks, "Yo, are you gonna get the HasLabs Unicron?" Oh man, that price for that, man, is crazy, and I don't even know if it's gonna be backed in time. I'm really unsure about that, honestly. Yeah, it's an awesome looking figure for sure, but it's so impractical. I don't know where I'm gonna display it. It would make a good review, wouldn't it? I don't know. It's kind of undecided right now. The jury's out on that one. The Bird asks, will you ever review Unit 2? Yes, I will. I pre-ordered the Metal Build Unit 2, and that should be coming out in November. So look out for that. Let's see. BB Productions asks, wait, wasn't Unicron canceled? Was it? I don't know. It would only be over if it didn't get backed, if it didn't reach its financial goal in time. So if it didn't, then yeah, it's canceled. But I don't know about that. Chris8893 asks, have you seen the new Invader Zim? Someone asked me if I was gonna watch it in a past stream. Go check that out if you want. It's one of the Hollow Knight streams. And no, I didn't, because I'm not an Invader Zim fan. I missed the boat on that one. Didn't grow up with it, so I didn't watch the new movie. Glad that it exists, though. Glad that you Invader Zim fans can have that and be happy about it, but I'll leave you to that. Ferreo the Last says, my birthday is tomorrow, Jobby. Well, happy early birthday to you. And I hope you're enjoying your pre-birthday party with the stream. Jotaro Donovan Kujo asks, what kind of mic do you use? I answered this question also in depth in a previous stream. This is actually a regular Movo lav mic, and a lavalier mic is the mic that you clip onto your shirt, right? But I wrapped some wire on it. You see where the blue part ends? That's the length of wire that I wrapped around it. I bent it into shape, and then I applied a material called sugru onto it. And sugru is like Play-Doh, but it dries into rubber. So, and I got a blue sugru, wrapped it around all that, and there, I have a custom homemade over-the-ear mic. If I got an actual over-the-ear mic, which is like $100 for the whole system, I wouldn't have to tape it to my cheek. But because it's homemade, I have to tape it, and it works perfectly fine. Godzilla Productions TV says, I give up, Jobby. Don't give up yet. I don't know what you're talking about. But don't give up yet. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. Hamza, the Brick Creator, asks, Jobby, I just want to ask, any tips to draw better? The main tip that I always give out is, if you want to draw better, you got to keep drawing. Every day. Anytime you can. And you got to make a focused effort to improve upon things that you're not good at. You know, for example, if you're not good at hands, draw hands. No matter how shitty it looks at first, you have to do it. Because if you don't do it, you're not going to get any better at it, right? And you just kind of had to attack drawing in that way, kind of piecemeal, one step at a time. Don't go all in at once. If you're bad at your anatomy, learn your anatomy. Get some reference. You know, there's some resources online, like lineofaction.com. Go there, draw that, and just keep drawing until you get to a satisfying level that you're comfortable with. And also get feedback from people, whether it be friends or online. I don't recommend online feedback, though. The internet tends to be overly mean for no reason to new artists. So ask your friends, ask your parents, let them give you feedback. That answer was longer than I expected, but I kind of feel strongly about that. Sheep Gamer asks, also, am I late? I just got out of a trial known as school. Well, you're late to the editing party. I'm gonna edit one more segment after I read some more chats right now, but you're not late to the premiere of the completed review. So thanks for coming in, Sheep Gamer. Let's see. Okay, Godzilla Production TV is a little mad. Sorry about that. Must have missed your question. All right, see you later. Jesus. Some people, man. Some there's a lot of you here. I can't attend to all of you. Sorry about that. Lord Megatron asks, Jobby, did you know there's a third-party Transmetal 1 Megatron? Sorry for telling. I've been trying to tell you since the beginning of the stream. No problem. I saw it. It's a Legends class, so it's gonna be like a tiny little thing, and probably not gonna get it. If it was full size, I'd probably be more interested, but it is like mini-con size. Looks cool though. Looks cool. Let's see. Oh, that okay. Well, I'm gonna answer Godzilla Production TV's question, even though he left in a fit. But he asks, "How the crap do you get the Ghidorah crotch stand to work?" Watch my review, bro. Like, what is there to say? You just plug it in and stand it up. And if it keeps falling over, you just gotta balance the necks and the wings to get a good balance so it stands up. There you go. But bye, Felicia. Jesus. Sorry, man. It's okay. Let's see. All right. We're gonna edit the last portion of the video. I'm gonna stop reading the chat before I get cancer. Sorry about that. No, you guys are awesome. Alright. Let's get back into it. Let me stop this music. And let's see. Alright. We're gonna edit this last portion. Then I'm going to play the video for you, and then we're gonna leave. But thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for everyone who donated to Super Chat. Here we go. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Mohammed Kaki. Lobo to Will O. I know how Godzilla Production feels now. Hey, like I said, I'm sorry that I can't read all of the chat, or else it'd be the whole stream just reading through each individual chat. But you don't gotta get mad if I miss you. It's not a personal thing. If I don't get to your question, don't take it personal, you know? You fucking child. Jesus Christ, dude. Alright. Okay, let me see here. Okay, actually add a little more punch to that. BB Production says some people are so impatient. You're telling me, man. You're telling me. It's true. It's true. Oh! There's no sound from the review. Thanks for that, Hamza the Brick Creator. If I hadn't read your comment, it would have been quiet. Sorry about that.
Hey, man. You look
There
like
we
you're...
go. I could actually lower that just a bit. There we go.
Hey, man. You look like you're on YouTube or something. You do toy reviews?
Yeah, you know, this is you know, this is my merch.
Yeah, toy reviews. Like...
This is my merch.
Yeah, toy reviews.
Blazupa, hey! Blazupa says, I know what this is, and he predicted the joke. Yes! Blazupa. His barber said that to him. You real one, man. You a real one. You were in my previous stream when I talked about that. But people on the main channel are now gonna hear about it.
Hey, man.
Dino the Freak says, like for real, is it that hard to understand that large fan base equals busy and more crowded streams, leading to Jobby or anyone else not being able to read a good few? Seriously, guys, grow up. nothing else I can add to that. That was very nicely said, Dino the Freak.
Hey, man. Man, you look like you're on YouTube or something. You do toy reviews?
Yeah, this is my merch.
Yeah, toy reviews. Like Ryan's toy reviews?
Okay, I can actually cut the music off right there.
Like Ryan's toy reviews?
When people hear that you watch toy reviews, they think that you watch a little kid being little kid being exploited by his parents for vast amounts of money.
Throwing some shade. Throwing some shade at that little boy. Let's see. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, just redo it.
Reviews, they think that you watch a little kid being exploited by his parents for vast amounts of money. Kinder Egg surprises. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. You're a big boy, and that's why I'm rolling out the
There we go. It's a merch plug. Let's see.
Jobby
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jobby the Hong. Job the job.
Dino the Freak says every time Jobby stops the vid, it's potential for a meme template. Nice. Someone get on that.
And that's why I'm rolling out the Jobby the Hong shirt. Available, links in the description. Available, links in the description at the newly opened.
That's right. Jobby the store.
At the newly opened.
And then I can fill the screen up like that. Actually, I can change the text here to be black, make it stand out better. Let me do that. There we go. I should mention, if you do have a question and you're just spamming the chat with your question, it's not gonna raise your chances of me seeing it. Really, the best way to get me to read a question of yours, if you really need it to be answered, $1, just super chat. You know, I read the super chats for sure. That's priority. I'm sorry. I'm still a little shaken up by the fucking guy who had a shit fit and left. Just really, I don't know why that's bothering me so much. I don't know. I should expect that by now. Not all of you are big boys. All right.
I'm rolling out the Jobby the Hong shirt. Available, links in the description at the newly opened Jobby the store.
There we go.
Open.
And then that can be here.
Open the Jobby. Open the Jobby the store. You can get a shirt that's almost identical. That's
almost identical to this one.
Sure, that's almost identical to this, but almost identical to this, but instead of having the word
Let's do a little motion tracking with the finger. Ah, shit. That was kind of a fail. Hold on. Nah, no motion tracking with the finger.
word toy reviews,
Like that.
word toy reviews, but instead of having the word toy reviews, it just says the Hong. Now when people see you walking down the street, you'll just have an ugly fucking logo on your chest. Get yours today. Tease.
Oh yes.
Oh, thanks for subscribing, Ben Waxler. Alright, let me make that thick a little more. There we go.
Today. Teespring. Today.
Thanks for subscribing, Richard Augusto Vallejo or Vallejo Vital.
Teespring.com/JobbytheHong.
That's right. I also got phone cases. If you guys are interested in that, let's see. There you go.
Course today. Teespring.com/JobbytheHong. We also got phone cases.
And gotta give a big thanks to Angel88606683. You are the featured fan art of the video. And if you guys want your fan art featured, you know, tweet at me, post it on Instagram. If I like it, I'll feature it. And I like almost every fan art that I get, so
Oh yes.
you got good chances. Thanks for subscribing. Didn't see the name, sorry. I feature fan art at the end of all of my videos, so keep an eye out for that. The credit's a little interrupting of the art, so I should put it right there. There we go. Alright. And, as you can see, end of the line. I am now going to shut my mouth, shut my camera off, and let you guys see what you just saw being edited. Minus a certain point, because I still want you guys to wait until Saturday to see that certain point. So I'm going to show you most of the review right now. And maybe I'll hang out in the chat while the video is playing, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, let me go to the beginning. Let me just save that. This is a quick few times. Alright, let's go all the way to the back. Maybe let's turn up the quality. Yeah, you'll also be seeing it in low quality just due to the nature of the stream. You know, I got it streaming, I got it editing. I gotta lower the quality in order for it not to crash. So, the premiere of the MAFEX Evangelion Unit 1 review. You guys are about to see an early look at it. But if you want to see it in high quality and the full thing, wait until Saturday. or contribute $1 or more to my Patreon. I'll upload the full review tomorrow for patrons, and then I'll upload it for everybody on Saturday. All right. Let's full screen that. Get rid of myself. Enjoy.
Everybody, welcome, Jobby.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing an Ava and analysis just because of how amazing the show is. They put in the Tree of Life, which is instantly gives you the whole plot of the story. Just as soon as they input this symbol, they automatically point you to the direction which you need to look to figure out exactly what the show is about.
Hey, my name is Jobby, and Neon Genesis Evangelion is a heaping pile of trash! I've talked about this godforsaken franchise many times before, as you can see through that playlist that you just click up there to my Evangelion reviews, and many times throughout my reviews, I have mentioned my opinion on Evangelion. My short thoughts on the series are, I'm obsessed with it, but I flippin' hate it. I mean, when it first started, the show was a solid Monster of the Week show, but come around episode 20, it devolves into pretentiousness with symbols that don't mean anything. It almost feels like director Hideaki Anno completely gave up on entertaining the audience, instead using the show as a platform to air out his psychological philosophy, random Christian symbology, and questionable fan service. What I'm trying to say is, Hideaki Anno is a pretentious hack fraud. Evangelion can eat my entire ass. But is there something I'm missing? Have I not had a realization that I may or may not have at the end of this video? Watch to the end of this video. Anyway, we're talking about Unit 1 again, specifically the Medicom MAFEX version of Eva Unit 1. I know there are other units to talk about. I even talked about some of them in that Evangelion playlist. But when it comes to Evangelion merch, just another reason to hate this franchise. And this figure can't avoid that same fate. If for any reason during this review you would like to purchase this figure, do so through the link in the description. That's gonna lead you to the Big Bad Toy Store! And every time you buy a figure from them through my custom link in the description, that's a little more financial support for me. But don't buy the figure just yet. I have to rip it to shreds first. First things first, this figure can't stand on its own. The joints are much too loose for that. Luckily, we have an included stand arm, 4 hinge joints, and a claw. Clips in fairly well. Or not. But once you get the figure standing up, looks pretty good. Now, this is the rebuild version of Eva Unit 1. For any of you plebs in the audience, yes, there is a difference between the TV version and the rebuild version. And I have a controversial opinion when it comes to this design. The rebuild version is better. Oh! Is it my turn to be cancelled yet? Now, before you Evangelion fans click off, if you didn't already leave after that intro, I also think Rebuild Unit 2 is an abomination. As for Unit 1, I love the more vibrant colors. That addition of green at the torso just adds so much. And I can't get enough of those lanky, more human-like proportions. It makes the figure very anime accurate. That is until you zoom in on the panel lines. The panel lining here is not the best in my opinion. I feel that they laid it on a little bit too thick, and the sloppiness is a lot more prominent on the otherwise really well sculpted head. There's even a little paint bleeding there. A little bit inexcusable, don't you think? And since we're at the head, you can actually remove this head. Jesus, that's a small ass ball joint. I have no idea if that's gonna hold up. And you could replace it with this alternate head. The only difference, well, you're not blind, are you? Unless you are, in which case, welcome. I'm black. Just as with the closed mouth head, this looks excellent, but the panel lining is still very sloppy. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is the first Unit 1 figure with a set of human teeth. Something I've always wanted, but it is kind of a hassle that you have to switch an entire head for a feature that could have been expressed with a simple hinge joint. Medicom went a little extra for seemingly no reason. Which brings me to... yeah. The torso here is covered in this rubber coating, which is a good idea in theory. I get what you were going for, Medicom. You wanted to make these joints seem seamless. But there's just a tiny issue with that. I can't tell for the life of me where the joints are here. The best I can tell is that there's a ball joint at this top segment, and that's it. I don't know if there's a ball joint here or here, but I have a creeping suspicion that there isn't. Every time I try to bend it farther than this, I fear that I might break it. You know, it would be nice to know the range of your figure's articulation, guys. The rubber here is just not necessary, not to mention inconsistent. If you're gonna make the torso seamless, why not make the elbows seamless? Or the knees? The torso's the last place that needs a rubber coating. Just take a look at any other Evangelion figure that I reviewed. 3 ball jointed segments are good enough. Extra for seemingly no reason. And then there's the fact that if you bend it too far, the rubber coating just pops out, and then you gotta put it in there, and I want to commit instrumentality. So to recap, the articulation here, to my knowledge, is just a ball joint at the chest, allows for a crunch that far and move back that far. And you know how I said it feels like the midsection's gonna break? The rest of the figure ain't the best feeling either. Oh, the plastic here has a slight rubbery quality, which I suppose prevents any major breakage, but it also has the lovely side effect of making it feel like a wet noodle. Rubbery plastic in itself is not a bad thing, but the build quality on this figure ain't the best. This little tip panel actually popped off out of the package, but my new best friend Superglue fixed that. And the feet have a lovely habit of completely disintegrating. No wonder this figure can't stand up. That's very unbecoming of a figure with that price. Is this a MAFEX thing? Medicom thing? This is actually my first figure from this line. Gotta tell you though, Medicom, I'm not impressed. But I actually like what they did with the shoulder pylon. I mean, I would like them if it hadn't completely popped off there. But check this out, right? A bunch of Evangelion figures have their own way of dealing with this issue of the shoulders. I like this solution. Ball joint here and a ball joint here. That allows this ball joint at the arm to keep its entire range without those pylons getting in the way. Very nice. Not so very nice. Technically, the shoulder pylons popping off is intentional. You can remove that left one and replace it with this alternate pylon, and that makes it look like the progressive knife has been deployed. Intentional or not, it's still fucking annoying. For something that costs this much, the figure feels worryingly cheap.
But Jobby, it costs this much at this Japanese store. It's cheaper, you fuck. You sellout fuck.
Listen, you Cheeto-encrusted fuck. If you're buying from outside of Japan, that is not the price you're gonna be paying for it. Have you heard of something called international shipping? It's still too expensive anywhere you buy this thing. I just fucking dropped that. Legs are too loose, and the pegs at the hands are too tight, which makes replacing this pair of relaxed hands a bit of a bitch. And to get the full range of this figure, you're gonna be replacing the hands a lot. Every freaking time you plug in a hand, it feels like you're gonna just fucking snap that peg off. Jesus. You get a pair of fists, open hands, chopping hands, knife hands, which are made specifically to grab the included progressive knife, a pair of trigger finger hands, which allows the figure to hold either the pallet rifle, slides right into the hands because of the rubbery plastic, or this gigantic Gatling gun with a relaxed hand for support. The Gatling gun can swivel. Benny told me I can say that word now. Check out my Godzilla 2019 review. And there's even a removable clip. Or is this a magazine? Clip? Bullet? Package? I don't know what it's called. I don't have an NRA membership. And finally, you get a pair of AT field hands, which, as the name suggests, allows the figure to grab this included AT field. Simply slide the hands into that indent there. I just made it look easier than it is. Trust me. It looks great, but just like the model kit version of Unit 1, I'm never gonna use it. Another thing I'll probably never use is this included alternate back. Some great detail here, and that allows you to slide in the included entry plug. For such a tiny thing, the entry plug looks great. I'd even say the panel lining here is better than on the figure. What the fuck? And if you wanted the entry plug to actually get in there, you simply push on the entry plug. I'm just kidding. That would make sense, right? No, you get an alternate part, a quarter of an entry plug, plug that into the hole, and it gives you the illusion that the entry plug is slid in there. Why couldn't it just actually slide in there? The model kit, fucking Jesus. Medicom being extra extra for seemingly no reason. But giving credit where credit is due, the detail here is pretty damn good. And for our final accessory, you get an umbilical cable. The wire is slightly posable, but it doesn't lead to anywhere. Oh, so much accessories! It almost makes up for the figure feeling so bad. But the figure's not all bad news. The posability on this figure is actually really good. I've already talked about some of the posability throughout the review, like the shoulder pylons, not getting into it again. If you missed it, pay attention, you fucking child! Ball joint at the head, hinge joint, ball joint at the base of the neck. That allows it to look up fairly far and down really far. Ball joint at the shoulder, rotation, some forward and backward movement, shoulder moves out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, hinge joint at the wrist, and if you twist the wrist at its tight-ass peg, it has some side to side. Torso articulation, not getting into that again, lest I break the damn thing. The top ball joint can move side to side. Loose-ass hip ball joint, shifting legs, that allows for a ridiculously high kick. And the same going backwards. A strangely tight thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, hinge joint at the knee pad, hinge joint at the ankle, ball joint at the foot guard, toe bend, and a really good, oh Jesus, an impossible pivot. If this figure wasn't so much of a hassle to play with, I'd say the posability is the best aspect of the figure. I'd even call it its saving grace. Not to mention she's fairly tall, which also helps. That's right. I said I'm not doing that again. Here's the Metal Build Unit 1, Sentinel Ryobot Godzilla x Evangelion Shiryu, the Bandai Model Kit Unit 1, SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla, and the previous review, the SH Monster Arts 2019 King Ghidorah. So if you're new here, this is how my scoring works. These little guys are gonna give the figure some kisses. 3 kisses, the maximum amount, means the maximum amount. As for this figure... Obviously, I don't love it, but I can't describe my feelings as hatred either. But I do hate that price.
But Jobby, it costs this much.
Once again, Evangelion has stirred up feelings of hatred inside my soul. Just like how I hate this goddamn show! Or do I? You know, the merch obviously is overpriced, but maybe it's for a reason. How could something this seemingly pretentious be such a worldwide phenomenon? Perhaps there is something to it. Yeah. Let me rewatch it real quick.
Bruh! Get that shit out of there! What the fuck?
I love this show. The symbols mean everything. They're not just plastered around the show because they look cool. If you look into the symbology of the show, they tie directly into the plot.
The Sephiroth is described as a superconscious will that is beyond conscious intellect. You can think of the Sephiroth as the idea of the LCL becoming one. How can you possibly design something so intricate, frame by frame?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it's animation, that makes it even more intentional. Because they had to go in there for hours on end looking at the same thing over and over.
Over and over.
Yeah.
And the plot. Oh, the plot is beautiful. The themes of self-actualization and self-acceptance. It's such a good message to put out to the anime fan community. You can't run away from reality. You can't just escape into fiction all the time. You have to accept the suffering of the world. You have to accept that human interaction is painful, but it's worth it because being alone is even worse. Take care of yourself. Come on, young boy, reach out and make yourself a legend. I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion! I love Evangelion! I mean, it's worthy of my grace.
Alright. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm not gonna show that full ending yet. You're gonna have to wait until Saturday to see that. So excuse me. Alright, let me skip ahead and let me just show you the merch plug. Not gonna show you that real ending yet. That's a bit of lore. That's a bit of lore that you're gonna have to wait for. Oh, ain't I a tease. Alright.
Hey man, you look like you're on YouTube or something. You do toy reviews?
Yeah, this is my merch.
Yeah, toy reviews. Like Ryan's toy reviews?
When people hear that you watch toy reviews, they think that you watch a little kid being exploited by his parents for vast amounts of money. Kinder Egg surprises. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. You're a big boy! And that's why I'm rolling out the JobbytheHong shirt. Available, links in the description at the newly opened Jobby the store. You can get a shirt that's almost identical to this, but instead of having the words toy reviews, it just says the Hong. Now when people see you walking down the street, you'll just have an ugly fucking logo on your chest. Get yours today. Teespring.com/JobbytheHong. We also got phone cases.
Alright, that was the end. And hey, big reveal. You can get those shirts right now. They're up, and I am actually wearing it. Oh, it's a bit green screen, but check it out. The Hong. Here we go. So if you guys want a Jobby the Honk shirt, go ahead and check that out in the description. All right. Now before I leave, let me read these last few super chats. Then it is goodbye. I will touch up the review even further and then upload it. So keep a lookout on Saturday. Thanks to everyone for joining me today. Let's read the last few super chats. Jotaro Donovan Cujo, thank you for $2. Hey man, love you, and what kind of mic do you use? Kind of went on an extended rant about that, Jotaro. You might have missed it. Normal lav mic, it's a homemade over the ear mic. You can watch the stream over to get that answer. Duck Toy Studio, thank you for $4.99. $4.99. Did you ever see Bandai's Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine figure? Honestly, it looks neat, but I bet it will be at Games Workshop tier price. I did see that. It looks really cool, but it's Bandai and it's a superposable figure. So yeah, it's probably gonna be like 80, 90, even $100. It could honestly be $100. And the last super chat of the day. Thank you, our guy Owo with $1 and no comment. All right. Before I leave, let me see the chat just a little bit more. Oh, where are we at? 2 hours? 2 hours and 39 minutes. Let's go at least 2 hours and 50 minutes. How about that? Let's see. Cantuna asks, will you draw Unit 1 with your Transformers girl style? I kind of did that already in one of my previous drawing streams. You can look that up if you want. Oh, that music's a bit too loud. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Let's see. I accidentally didn't add a comment, but are you our guy Owo. I accidentally didn't add a comment, but are you interested in the Iron Warriors Optimus Prime? I don't know what that is, man, but let me look it up real quick and I'll tell you right away if I'm interested. Oh, I'd be more interested if it transformed. It's a third-party Transformers Prime Optimus. Looks really cool, but doesn't transform. That kind of kills it for me. Ultra Dynex Cube. Jobby, can I get a kiss? Mwah. Ah. There you go. Oh shit. Chris8893, thank you for $2. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, alien cover. I don't know how that would work, but I did sing Can't Take My Eyes Off of You in my Godzilla 2019 full cut, which if you want to watch that, you can go to the Godzilla 2019 review, look in the description, and the full cut with my cover of Can't Take My Eyes Off You should be there. So, let me see. Simon Sad says, shit. He doesn't say shit. This is just the chat, man. It scrolls really fast. Hold on. Jesus, you see, that's why I can't read all of your chats. 'Cause sometimes it goes too fast. Goes too fast. Yeah, I missed it. Sorry about that. Alright, Sheep Gamer. Sheep Gamer says, hopefully I can see you next stream. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Shadow Alien says, Jobby, I just picked up the high master model. I think that's what HMM Berserk Führer from Zoid, and this thing is pip. It's one of the few model kits I can say right out of the box looks spot on. Opinions on Zoids? Well, first of all, I should say I also have that model kit, and I built it a long time ago, just haven't reviewed it yet. And yes, that model kit is fucking awesome, and I love Zoids. Zoids was one of my, I think I built Zoids in terms of my model kit experience. First thing that I built ever, first model kit that I built ever was Zoids, and then I upgraded to Minipla, and then finally Gundam model kits. So Zoids has a really special place in my heart. One of my favorites was I believe it's called Gojulus. I don't know, it's like a big Godzilla, like a huge Godzilla looking thing that can walk and roar and had like changing light up eyes features. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but Gojulus Gigas, I think that's what it was called. So yeah, Zoids are awesome. Zoids are awesome. Unapologetically Mark, thank you for $3.99. Jobby the Slop's still a thing? And sorry for the spam. Hey, no problem, man. Like I said, though, spamming isn't gonna, get you a higher chance of me seeing your comment. If anything, it'll get you banned by Nightbot. Nightbot be like that. So, yeah, thanks for your question. Jobby the Slob isn't really a thing right now, because nowadays when I make a review, I want to make sure that it's the best that I can make it. Which is why my upload schedule has gone to shit, because every time I make a review, I really kind of want to spend time with it and work on it and make it the best of my ability. I don't have it in my heart right now to just bump out a quick toy review, which was what Jobby the Slob was. But that doesn't mean that it won't come back. You know, maybe sometimes I absolutely do not have the time to work on a toy review, in which case I'll probably stream it. I'll probably stream like a toy review that I make up on the spot for a figure that doesn't really, I guess, deserve a full Jobby the Hong treatment. And if Jobby the Slob comes, if Jobby the Slob comes back, it's probably not going to be called Jobby the Slob. I'll most likely call it Slobby the Hong. Just works better. It rhymes with Jobby the Hong. There's your answer. Thanks for your question. And thanks everyone for joining me. Keegan Gray says you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much, man. Vince Vogue says, what's the upload schedule? Man, you beats me, man. I don't know. So, yeah. You know, thanks everyone for joining me. We're dropping off viewers because I'm not editing anymore, but thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that early sneak peek at the MAFEX Evangelion Unit 1 review. Look out for the full thing this Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, or contribute $1 or more to my Patreon, patreon.com/JobbytheHong, and you'll get to see the full thing with that hidden ending that I hid from you guys on this stream. All of that included tomorrow. early tomorrow for my patrons. I'm gonna show them that. Shit, I just got a super chat. I have to read that before I leave. Gerard Von Houten with $2. Thank you. Is it cool if I wear your t-shirt and my... Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah. He asks, is it cool if I wear your t-shirt in my vids? If any of you guys want to wear my merch in any of your projects, feel free to do so. That's not a copyright infringement. If anything, it's promotion. So, all right. Ferreo the Last says, bye, Jobby. I got to go eat. I also have to go eat. I didn't eat all day. Probably why I got hangry a little bit. Sorry about that, Godzilla TV Productions got a little hangry at you. All right. Thank you very much. And check out the link in the description for your very own JobbytheHong merch. I'll see you next time. Probably tomorrow. And this is for Jobby 2 subscribers, by the way. Tomorrow, I'll most likely do a stream involving the PlayStation 1, which I didn't get to do last Saturday. You know what happened. The internet fucking crapped out. Okay. See you guys. See you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Watch out for the stream when it uploads as a video. I love the shit out of you.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars.
I don't know why I stood up. I didn't really have to stand up.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and